where President Trump is set to meet with New York City's socialist mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani at the White House.
So the two leaders are expected to discuss topics like crime and the affordability crisis when they meet face-to-face in just a few hours.
And Peter Doocy joins us now outside of the White House with the latest. Hey, Peter.
Good morning, and this meeting is going to be between a president who has led the most impactful political movement of a generation. You can see they've got something coming in for the meeting, maybe some chairs. But it's going to be between the president who has led the most impactful political movement of a generation and a mayor-elect who believes that a hard left turn away from that could give him the keys to the next generation.
Speaks volumes that tomorrow we have a communist coming to the White House because that's who the Democrat Party elected as the mayor of the largest city in the country. I think it's very telling, but I also think it speaks to the fact that President Trump is willing to meet with anyone and talk to anyone and to try to do what's right on behalf of the American people, whether they live in blue states or red states.
Zohran Mamdani wants free bus rides for New Yorkers, free childcare, an increased minimum wage, but has no real way to pay for any of it unless taxes are hiked on corporations. That is a big part of the reason why wealthy New Yorkers are fleeing the Empire State, but Mamdani still thinks his platform is the solution for problems of affordability.
I know that for tens of thousands of New Yorkers, this meeting is between two very different candidates who they voted for the same reason. They wanted a leader who would take on the cost of living crisis that makes it impossible for working people to afford living in this city. I have many disagreements with the president, and I believe that we should be relentless and pursue all avenues and all meetings that could make our city affordable.
President Trump says that Mamdani requested this meeting. The 3 p.m. sit-down or showdown, depending on how it goes, is listed as closed press for now, but an overwhelming majority of listed closed press Oval Office events eventually let cameras in and then conclude with a lengthy Q&A for both the president and his guest. Back to you.
All right, it's going to be interesting, unscripted, and very different from the previous administration.
Yeah, both want affordability, but have different ways of achieving that.
Thanks, Peter. Remember Eric Adams, because he pushed back against President Biden's dumping illegal immigrants in his city, said you're not really welcome. Stop taking his calls. He was at the UN and wouldn't come across town. And we wouldn't even invite him. So this is a lot different. You got a socialist who gets elected, and the president says, if you want to come see me, you can see me.
Yep. Americans really care about crime as well. And when it comes to who you trust, Democrats or Republicans, over certain issues, this is what a Fox News poll reveals. Reducing crime, Republicans have that, 14 points. But creating jobs, making things more affordable, and raising wages, the Democrats have that.
That stuns me, by the way. Creating jobs, mostly federal jobs, raising wages, they didn't go up with the inflation that they cost, but we'll move on.
And creating jobs, I mean, the jobs report came out yesterday, and it was much better than predicted. They were predicting 50,000 jobs, and it was more than 100,000.
But there is some other news when it comes to the prices. Gas and Thanksgiving prices are down this year.
Right,
and when you look at the holidays, the gas projection, holiday gas projection for it, it is its lowest in the country since 2021.
Yeah, it's down. Yeah, it's down to $3.02. Last, in 2021, first year of the Biden administration, it was $3.40. Then it went way up, and then it went down.
Yeah, pumpkin pie gone down 3%. The national brand turkey down 4%. National brand frozen vegetables down 15%. And dinner rolls, everyone loves those, down 22%.
So Brian Brenberg was here early to talk about what this means. How does the economy feel, and actually what is actually happening? Watch.
Look, people are right about groceries being higher generally. You had huge price increases under the Biden administration. So that's a ship you turn around slowly. But it is good news when you see Thanksgiving food prices coming down. I think it's a sign of what's to come in the year ahead.
When you pass a big, beautiful bill, whatever you think of it, Democrat or Republican, it isn't in play yet.
No.
So you got it. What they passed in August is going to come into the game the new year.
About $90 billion of the positive effect of that's going to come when people file their taxes in 2026. So patience really means count on what's been done this year to pay dividends next year.
And there you go. So whatever's going to happen, whatever you think of the Trump administration and their economic principles and policies, they don't feel it yet. They shut down the government over Joe Biden's budget. But it's all about how you feel, and I think the administration is doing a much better job now of saying, tell me how you feel, and let me try to fix it, as opposed to this is how you should feel, and I've already fixed it. That was the previous administration's mantra.
Exactly. The past administration, when the American people were saying that we're feeling pain, they said, no. The numbers don't show that. This administration is acknowledging it, but saying help is on the way. Give us a little bit of time. But there's some new numbers on the personal finance situation.
Yeah, people are feeling better about their personal finances this year compared to last year. Right now, 40% say excellent and good, 60% say only fair or poor. But at the same time last year, 38% said excellent and good, and 62% said only fair or poor.
Yeah, so it's how you feel, and when those numbers go up about how you feel about the economy, then I'll give you an idea of how I think the midterms will go. But until you get in the game for 2026, I think that's how we'll feel, and we'll see what we can get see if the American get their wages up. If inflation's stuck, the one way to solve it is to get the wages up.
The big, beautiful bill, I know you were just talking about that with Brian Brenberg. That goes into effect in January, right?
Well, you got to figure the new year when some of the programs go into effect and some of the spending goes out there, the Trump bucks. What do they call them? The Trump dollars when kids are born for now. And then, of course, you have anybody who's in a job where you're getting tips.
Right.
Immediately when you file your taxes and get a refund, you're going to get a refund now because you're not paying taxes on them. So you're filing less. So that'll be an immediate impact. Rich people don't get tips.
No.
Right? So that's one thing the president wants to, because he's rich. People go, you just want to, and he has rich friends. People think, well, you're here for your rich friends, and it's easy to do that. But if you know the president, he doesn't do it for the rich friends. If you look at the people that show up at his rallies and vote for him, they're working class people.
That's
and
right.
that's what's really vexed the Democrats, because he's winning over union voters and working class. If he can shrink the gap between upper class and lower class, I think it'll really help the country.
Be huge.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.